Officiating Vyas, Pandit Abhedanand Persad Sharma, Pujari Pandit Vasudev Maharaj, devotional groups and devotees of God, Sitaram. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of the members of the Scots and Mendez Shiv Mandir to this, the fourth of our 5 nights Gyan Yagna. We also welcome the viewers and listeners on Sankhya TV, www.classicradiott.com, and Jivan Tatwa with Pandit Abhedanand, together with their sponsors. Tonight, the members of the Mandir would like to specially welcome Pandit Abhedanand Persad Sharma from San Fernando to our Mandir. Panditji, thank you for accepting our invitation to officiate at our Yagna, and we pray that your stay with us be a pleasant and memorable one. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you to tonight's session. I now hand you over to our officiating Vyas to take us through a divine experience. Sitaram.
प्रेम से बोलिए गजानन स्वामी की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, नौ दुर्गा देवी माता की जय। आप लोग कराओ जाइए, please stand as we join once again on this the 4th night of the 5 nights Gyan Yagna, visualizing the beautiful form of our Lord God Bhagwan Shri Ganapati, Lord Ganesh, who is the embodiment of wisdom and the remover of all obstacles, fear and anxieties from our lives. Let's all pray. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirviganam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Veenadhare Vipula Mangaladhan Shile Bhaktarthi Nashini Viranchi Harish Vande Kirti Prade Akila Manorat De Mahahe Vidya Pradayini Saraswati Naumi Nityam. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Akanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Anubhavanandaya Namaha. Om Shri Chinmayanandaya Namaha. Om Shri Guru Dattaya Namaha. Om Shri Satya Sai Ishwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Satya Sai Ishwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Shankaraya Namaha. Salutations to the Mother of this universe. Ma, you are Jayanti Mangala Kali, Bhadra Kali Kapalini, Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri, Swaha Swadha Namostute. Through these 9 names and forms we bow to you. We seek your grace and your guidance, O Shakti Ma, as we wave the soft and sacred light before you. May we, your children, never become the victim of darkness. salutations again and again. सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया माँ, तेरा पालन पाया। देवी पर्वतवासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया माँ, तेरा पालन पाया। पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल, पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल, रे तेरे भेंट चढ़ाया माँ, रे तेरे भेंट चढ़ाया। सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया, तेरा पालन पाया। धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती, धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती। मोहन बोगल गाया, मोहन बोगल गाया। सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया, तेरा पालन पाया। सतयुग त्रेता द्वापर मध्य, सतयुग त्रेता द्वापर मध्य। कलयुग राज सवाया, कलयुग राज सवाया। सुन मोरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया। नंगे पग तेरे आगे आया, नंगे पग तेरे आगे आया। सोने का छत्र चढ़ाया, सोने का छत्र चढ़ाया। सुन मोरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया माँ, तेरा पालन पाया। सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके, शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा, अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा। ओ अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा, अम्बा जय जगदम्बा। बोलो अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा। कात्यायनाय विद्महि कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गी प्रचोदयात्। हर 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 महादेवा बम 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 बोला। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय 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 ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। प्रेम से बोलिए वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। नौ दुर्गा माता की जय। आप लोग आसन लीजिए, प्लीज बी सीटेड। प्रेम से बोलिए नौ दुर्गा माता की जय। महालक्ष्मी देवी माता की जय। सरस्वती महामाता की जय। Once again, my friends, it is with great pleasure on behalf of the management team and organizers of this yagya here at the Scots and Mendez Shiv Mandir, as we express our sincerest thanks and gratitude to the hard-working members of this beautiful mandir. And when I say hard-working members, you can see around you, my friends, the touch of class and the dedication that would have gone into organizing this mandir and organizing not only for this yagya but all the various programs during the course of the entire year. So to the executive team of the Shiv Mandir, that is Scots and Mendez Shiv Mandir, we would like to say a very, very special thanks to Kavita, to Vishal, to Bhaiya Mukesh, always a very wonderful human being, always planning ahead, always thinking of programs here at the Mandir to keep the community together. So to you, Bhaiya Mukesh, a very special thanks. To you and Bhaiya Bisun. Hard-working members. I know all are hard-working, but I know over the years, you are the ones who would have gotten in contact with me to be with you all time and time again. We would like to say thanks to Indira, to Mala, to Ramlakan, to Amarnath, and of course the other members. The list can go on and on, but to all the other members who are working behind the scenes, God bless you all. Keep up the wonderful job that you are doing and keeping this mandir as a shining light here in your community. So we'd like to say also special thanks to you, the audience who have come from far and distances, as tonight's discourse and tonight's devotion is dedicated to a very wonderful soul who have left this world. Today makes it exactly 1 year. On the 22nd of July 2021, Shrimati Babuni Bidesi left this world, and today made it 1 year. And as a family have sponsored tonight and they are participating in tonight's devotion, we pray that wherever the soul of Mama is, Babuni, may Bhagwan Krishna, may Devi Ma's grace and blessing be with her, that her soul can merge with Bhagwan to become one and never return in the cycle of birth or in the cycle of death. So tonight we dedicate tonight's devotion to this beautiful soul of Shrimati Babuni. My dear brothers and sisters, tonight our discourse will be very simple again, as we did last night, as we glorify and praise the Divine Mother, Ma Jagadamba, Durga Devi, Ma Lakshmi or Saraswati, as the case might be. We will touch on the Shakti aspect or the energy aspect of that Supreme Lord and Divine Mother, and we will try also to implement the teachings of the Divine Mother in our practical lives, which is most important. You see, when we come to satsang, it is very important that we apply the teachings to our lives. So when we leave here and we go to our homes, we can remember the katha and try to take something and just apply it in our lives. One thing only, not the whole bunch of messages that is given. Just one thing we take and try to practice that. Abhyasa yoga, as Bhagwan Krishna says, practice it as a yoga in your life. And in that way, when you become perfect with that, like for example, when you're learning music, it's not just sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. You have to take that sa re ga ma pa da ni sa and now put all the songs and tunes that you know into those 7 notes. You see, it's sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa, and like that. You take that now and you put all the music, all songs are composed with just those 7 notes. As in Indian music, in English music, do re mi fa sol la ti do, same 7 notes, different language. And all songs are composed in just those 7 notes. In the same way, my friends, when we take the when we take the teachings of the scriptures, we can apply one in our entire life. And Bhagwan says you don't have to know much. You just have to practice what you know. That's all. And so, let us all turn our thoughts to the Divine Mother, Durga Devi, who is the Shakti of this world. And let us take these few moments and just drop everything at this moment. Some of us would have had a wonderful day today. Some would have had some challenges. Some people are praying to be healed because they are not well. Some people pray because they want peace. Some people pray just to be grateful for the Lord's grace and blessings in their lives. And some people pray because they want nothing. Tonight, whatever the reason, we are here to pray. But remember, my friends, the ultimate meaning of prayer is connecting with God, connecting with yourself. In prayer, there is silence. In prayer, there is love. In prayer, there is humility. But most of all, in prayer, there is complete surrender. Tonight, as you make your connection, think of the Divine Mother. Om Pratamam Shailaputri cha Dvitiyam Brahmacharini Tritiyam Chandraganteti Kushmandeti Chaturtakam Panchamam Skandamateti Shashtam Katyayiniti cha सप्तमं कालरात्रि च महागौरीति चाष्टमम् नवमं सिद्धिदात्री च नवदुर्गा प्रकीर्तिताः उक्तान्येतानि नामानि नवदुर्गा प्रकीर्तिताः ॐ जयन्ती मङ्गला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवधात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोऽस्तु ते स्वाहा स्वधा नमोऽस्तु ते ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे. We pray that Ma, may your Shakti and divine protection be upon us all, O Devi Durga, in the form of Lakshmi, Saraswati, and your three Shaktis, your three divine powers. Ma, may you protect our sense organs, may you protect the eyes and our vision, may you protect our ears and the ability to listen, the nostrils and the ability to smell. O Devi Ma, may you protect our tongue and our ability to taste and speak. May you protect, O Divine Mother, our skin. May you protect our hearts, the arteries, the kidneys and the pancreas. O Devi Durga, may you protect our stomach, Ma. For you are the Shakti and the greatest form of protection, O Divine Mother. May you protect us, Ma, our brains and our brain cells. May you protect, O Divine Mother, every cell in our bodies. May you protect our chest, our stomach, our waist, our legs. May you protect our feet and every footstep that we take, O Divine Ma. For there are thousands in the world whose cells are multiplying, O Divine Mother. And tonight we ask you to extend your healing touch, O Devi Durga. For those who are affected by cancer, O Divine Mother, we pray that may your healing touch be upon those. O Devi Durga, for those who are at the hospitals tonight and they are begging for a chance to heal, O Mother, and do not know where to turn, please extend your blessing. May you bless our angels in human forms, the doctors and the nurses. May you bless the police officers and the coast guards and the security guards and those who are protecting and serving, Ma, as they protect and serve. May you protect them. O Divine Mother, may you protect our communities here in our blessed land of Trinidad and Tobago. O Devi, there are so many negative forces walking around. Ma, please protect us from the negative elements of society, O Devi Durga. Protect us while we are awake. Protect us while we are dreaming and while we are in deep sleep, O Divine Mother. Ma, may you protect us from those who have evil intention towards us, O Divine Ma. For who else can we turn to? May your Shakti pervade the entire universe, and may your Shakti pervades every atom and every cell in our bodies. Ma, may you protect us at our workplaces, and may you protect our jobs. May you protect our finances, and may you bless our wealth. Ma, protect us while traveling by air, by water, and even on the roadways of our nation, that we can reach our destination. All of us tonight would have set certain goals to reach. Ma, please protect us and protect our goals. There are some people who have lost their jobs. Protect them and their families, Ma. Bless them with new jobs, Ma. There are those who are searching for jobs. O Divine Mother, with your blessing, miracles happen. We know that we are living in difficult and challenging times, but with your grace, O Divine Mother, avenues are open for us. Please, O Divine Mother, protect us and bless us at our workplaces, that we can do our jobs well and not take our position for granted. Ma, bless those who are in their homes tonight on the various frequencies. O Divine Mother, as we thank you again and again, may you continue to protect and bless us all in thought, words and deeds. Hey Ma Durga, Hey Ma Durga, Hey Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga. Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Narayani Om, Narayani Om, everyone together. Narayani Om, Narayani Om, together. Narayani Om, Narayani Om. The people from Mendez can sing. Narayani Om, Narayani Om. Come on, lift your voices. Narayani Om, Narayani Om. Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga. Beautiful. Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga. Narayani Om, Narayani Om, Om Narayani Om, Narayani Om, Om Narayani Om, Narayani Om. Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga. Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga. Narayani Om, Narayani Om, जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा, जय जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा। Devas and Asuras are two aspects of the creation that we call what you call the divine aspect, which is the Devas, and then we have the Asuras, the negative aspect. So you have the divine aspect and you have the what you call the negative aspect. So as we are very familiar, the pairs of opposites is something that we all have to accept and live with. So there is positive, there is negative, there is God, there is demon, there is right side, there is left side, there is good, there is bad. We have to live with these things. There is sukha and there is dukkha, happiness and there is sorrow. So in between all of this, there is a space, there is a what you call an in-between. That space is very important for us to always keep in mind. Now my friends, since time immemorial, the Devatas and the Asuras were in existence. And for us to understand very clearly and understand in a very simple way, it is like a government. It is like a government governing different ministries. So you have a prime minister, that is the supreme Brahman. And then you have the king of heavens, Indra. And then you have what you call different ministries and different ministers governing different ministries, and that forms the government. In the same way, there is a spiritual government where you have the absolute form of Bhagwan, and then you have the different ministries or the different what you call aspect of creation that they govern. So you have Bhagwan Vishnu as the absolute form, or Bhagwan Krishna, and then you have Lord God Indra, Indra Lok, you have Mrityu Lok, this world of man, and you have the nether regions and like different things in the what you call the creation. So then you have the god of space, then you have the god of wind, and then you have the god of what you call fire, Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, and Prithvi. You have the god of space, god of air, god of fire, god of water, goddess of the earth. Then Bhagwan Krishna says, not only that, he says, the sun is divine and I am the sun among all luminaries, Adityanam Aham Chasmi. I am the, what you call the sun among all luminaries. Bhagwan Krishna says, I am the, what you call the moon among all stars. So, in other words, you have the sun god, you have the moon god, you have Surya Narayan Swami, you have Chandrama Devta, then you have the different planets governed by different heads and different devatas. So you have what you call the sun, Surya Dev, you have the moon, Chandrama, you have Mangal Devta or Mars governed by Mangal Devta, you have Mercury governed by Buddha, you have what you call Jupiter governed by Brihaspati, then you have Venus governed by Shukra Acharya, you have Saturn governed by Shani Baba, and then you have the positive and negative of Rahu and Ketu, always opposite each other. My friends, all these are not gods. They are devas, governing the different ministries and governing different aspects of creation. Like for example, in the home, you have the head of the home, you have the Jai Bhagwan. So you have the head of the home, one person is the head, and all the other people in the family reports to that person because that person leads the family. So that person becomes like the god of the home. So I don't want anyone to ever be confused as the Hindus have all these different manifestations and all these different form of gods, etc., etc. You see, my friends, it is simply to create that positivity at the level of the mind, and it is simply for us to identify with the Lord and that divine master through the entire creation. That's why A Hindu person can get up in the morning and bow to the earth and know that they are bowing to Dharti Mata, who is going to protect them every step today. A Hindu person can look at the sun rising in the morning and they can put their hands together and say, thank you for life and thank you for your light, Prabhu. A Hindu person can look at the moon and say, you know, I bow to you as you are always calm. May you keep my mind calm and peaceful. And another thing, my friends, not only that, not only the Devatas are in the different aspect of the creation, the Devatas are also in our bodies in different organs. Do you know your eyes have a God? Governing your eyes, you all know? Who is the God of the eyes? Anybody tell me tonight, I give you 2 laddu. Who is the God of the eyes? Huh? Who said it? Very good. So the God of the eyes, Surya Narayan Swami, 2 laddu for you. Who is the God of the ears? I will take back my laddu. Who is the God of the ears? You all have God in your ears and you don't know? Please take note. God of the eyes, Surya Narayan Swami. God of the ears, Dig Devata. D-I-G, Devata. Like, you know, the Digpal. And then you have the God of the nose. Who are the God of the nose? So let us use like ministries, right? The ministry of the eyes, Surya Narayan Swami. Ministry of the ears, Dig Devata. Ministry of the nose. Huh? I'm sorry? Okay, 100 marks you miss. Ashwin Kumar. Ashwin Kumar is the Devatas because they have 2 noses, 2 nostrils. So you have twin Devatas. They are called the Ashwin Kumars. Who is the God of the mouth? God of the mouth is Agni Dev. So the mouth is always hot. And do you always say, ha, hot mouth? Baba, anybody ever tell you that? Your mouth too hot. And the person right because your mouth hot because the mouth is fiery. Agni Devata is in the mouth. I'm telling you all this to come back to one thing. You see, the presence of God is everywhere in our lives. The hands have a God. The legs have a God. Bhagwan Vishnu is seated in the legs. Even the procreation organ, Prajapati Devata is seated there. Yama Devata in the excretion organ of the bodies. So every aspect of our body has a form of God. Every aspect of creation has a form of God. So I said all these things to come back to the what you call the Devas and the Asuras. They are brothers. Now the Devas and Asuras, they are born from Maharaj Kashyap and his wives, who are called as Aditi and Diti. So Aditi and Diti. I want you to keep those names in mind. I will not make the katha too long, but I'll make it very significant, my friends. So the wives of Kashyap Maharaj, Aditi and Diti, one of them gives birth to the Devatas and the other gives birth to the Asuras. Same father. I'm going to repeat that. Same father, 2 wives, giving birth to the Devatas, the gods, and then the next wife giving birth to the Asuras. So these 2 sets of brothers now wants to govern the world. They are destined to govern the world. They are blessed with the powers to govern the world, but they don't see eye to eye, and they fight and they quarrel and they want to execute each other. And we've seen that happening today. same father, same mother, and brother and sister fighting and quarreling and want to destroy each other. Blessed, blessed is the family where there is oneness, there is understanding, and there is love. Blessed is that family. If you have a family like that, my friends, count your blessing and cherish those members of your family, because you are blessed. There are families where brothers want to destroy the others. Some brothers want to fight the sisters, and some brothers want to fight the other brothers, and sisters putting each one in court and that one in court, and they're fighting for property and wealth and all those things. And maybe they are right to fight, maybe they are not right to fight. I don't know. Maybe one is taking advantage of the other one, or the other one is taking advantage. It's all happened. This what you call advantage is being taken off. So if you have to fight, Jai Bhagwan, fight. But if you're fighting for the right thing, Jai Bhagwan, Om Namah Shivaya, keep on fighting. We have to fight for what is right. We can't allow the negative of the world to walk over us and to trample on us. We cannot allow the negatives of the world to conquer us. There are times when don't say, well, I am a Hindu, and I don't really like to fight and thing. So you do what you want. No. Our dharma is, if you know that you are right, you have to fight for what is right. Because the negative forces will come and want to take it. In the Mahabharata, that is what happened. That is what transpired. Duryodhana wanted to take what was not his. So Arjuna wanted to say, okay, you want it, take it, no problem. I don't care for it. Bhagwan Krishna said, that is not right. If you set this principle now, then in time to come, advantageous people will always take advantage of the innocent and the noble people. And therefore those who would have worked hard, you have the negative forces want to come and take it. And it is happening also in even crime. So the negative elements of society wants to come and take. Those are rather what you call the asuras of society. They are called the asuras of society. And my friends, you might say, but how come one father, two mothers, one set of children are good and the other set is so bad? Why? Have you all ever asked that question? How come some children are so good and some children are not so good? They're still good, but not so good. And they have the same mother and father. According to the astrological panchang, and according to astrology, and according to time is very important. Before parents conceive children, sanskar in Hinduism is done. When you are preparing to have children, like for example, you are married and you and your husband planning to have a family, so both of you sit down and talk about it. Okay, so are you ready? The husband asks the wife, are you ready to have a child? Yes, I'm ready. Okay, let's pray. And we do this sanskar. Sanskar, the Garbhadan sanskar, is preparing both mother and father, their bodies, for the reception of that what you call the fetus to grow in the womb of the mother. So they prepare themselves physically, they prepare themselves mentally, they prepare themselves spiritually. That is why sanskar is done. So sanskar is done for the preparation, the religious and spiritual preparation of the mother and father in the conception of a baby. It don't happen. Oh, by mistake I have a baby. Happening now, Bisunji? Kalyug ki mahima. By mistake, oh, I'm not really married and thinking yet, but I don't know what to do, if to keep it or to get rid of it. So that kind of tendency, that kind of thoughts. Imagine the mother, young mother and young father is thinking, hey, the father saying, that is my baby, Or the father say, I don't want that, And that poor innocent baby inside the womb of the mother, hearing the father say, I don't want that. Oh, that is not mine. I don't care. Get rid of it. Right? Imagine the father, Baba, is saying to get rid of it. And that seed of those thoughts and those words is being planted into that young baby's mind. And let us say the mother decide, oh, you know what? You could say what you want. I keep in it. Look at how we think about a child, IT. which is something so beyond that. But at that stage, where there is misunderstanding, etc., they say, mother say, I keep in it. And this baby happened to be born in the world. And when the baby is born, my friends, they think that that child now is innocent and so sweet and so cute. But that seed in the mind, I got to get rid of it. I got to get rid of it. I got to get rid of it. My friends, let me ask you all a logical question. Maybe soon. God forbid, God forbid, God forbid. If somebody threatens your life, will you defend yourself? Isn't it? And imagine the father saying, I will get rid of it. When that child grow up and that child look at the father, you wanted to get rid of me, I go fix you up. Don't think it is gone, It is now growing. Those are the tendencies that forms asuras. Those are the tendencies that forms demons. Those are the tendencies that forms the negative of society. And then on the other hand, you have those parents who they go through what you call the Vivaha Sanskar, they plan themselves properly, they prepare themselves, they have their babies. Those babies turn out to be the Devatas of society, and then the other ones turns out to be the Asuras of society. So don't think that this in the Devi Puran happened thousands of years ago, where Aditi and Diti gave birth to the Devatas and the Asuras, and that done and gone. My friends, it comes back into our practical lives. And for the youngsters and the youths who are on at this mandir tonight, and the youngsters who are streaming live on our Facebook pages, keep in mind, Kali Yuga is the dark age. Kali Yuga is the dark age where dark things happen. But we can change it. And I'm very proud. I'm very, very proud. Like in recent times, we have been doing sanskar for young couples. For very young couples who are planning to have babies and who are doing the sanskar, the Pumsavan sanskar, the Simantonaya sanskar before the baby is born. And I'm very proud of those young couples because they take their spirituality, they take their baby, and they take their sanskar. Very important. So the first sanskar is done before conception. Second one is done between the 3rd and the 4th month of the family way, and then between the 4th and 7th month of that baby within the womb of the mother, the 3rd sanskar is done, the Simantonaya sanskar. And when this is done, what we are doing through that sanskar is planting the seeds of positivity into the mind of that baby. And also, we are trying to get rid of the vasanas and the past lives, impressions that the baby would have been, molded with or come into the mother's womb with. We try to get those things out through the vasanas. So, don't take your religion lightly, don't take your religiousness lightly, and don't take your spirituality, because my friends, the scriptures tells us that in time went by, the demons and asuras were born from the same father, and the same, two mothers, Diti and Aditi. While the father remained the same, the times of conception became questioned. Now another thing, this is for information's sake. Do you know, my friends, that a baby, according to astrology, should never be conceived during the daytime? Anytime a baby is conceived during the day, that baby receives a shrap. And that shrap of the baby comes back to haunt the parents. So again, instead of having what you call the Devatas being born, we have the Asuras being born. Another thing, my friends, apart from being conceived in the daytime, a baby should not be conceived during the Sandhya time from 4 to around 5:30 in the morning, between the midday Sandhya, between 11 and 12:30, evening time Sandhya, between 5 and 6:37 in the evening. A baby must never be conceived. If a baby is conceived that time, then the baby becomes an Asura. Cursed. And the parents receive the curse. And that curse, no Asuras, no demons ever honor and worship their mother and father. None. So you will find that the children who disrespect and what you call dishonor their parents is because, my friends, time of conception is important. It is not, my dear brothers and sisters, where this child, oh, is my innocent baby. No, that baby came into this world with a bundle of sanskar based on especially time of conception. Sandhya time is important. Never conceive a baby. A baby must never be conceived during the Navratri period and times of fasting. Then that baby becomes asura. So says the Devi Bhagavatam. Baby becomes asura with asuric qualities. So you'll find parents have 5 children, 6 children, 3 of them like Devtas and 3 of them, oh Bhagwan. And same mother and father. Time of conception, attitude, development, all these things, my friends, are very important. And our dharma, Sanatan Dharma, tells us about these things. Today, we find many people of the Western world following the Eastern culture. Please be attentive. We find many people of the Western world gravitating towards the Eastern culture, and the Eastern culture is feeling ashamed of their culture. You know, now you've seen yoga and thing. Everybody doing yoga, you know. And ask the Hindus who doing yoga. Is when the people of other religious beliefs and other cultures start doing it, then we wake up and say, you know, that we think, you know, we can do it too. Before we shame. You know, a long time how we used to be ashamed of your roti and thing. Long time when you're going to school, you have to hide and eat your roti, you know. You know, it's our culture to eat our roti. But long time, people laughing at us. Baba, when I was in primary school, I hiding in all different corner. Because I have the people who will come and say, you know, using the C word. And they will say, roti. Use the C word and you eat in roti. So you kind of feel shame, and we kind of was brought up with that thing. That kind of attitude of feeling shame of our culture and our religion and thing. I was in Mumbai. I was in the city of Mumbai in India. And we left the ashram. Part of our training course was to go to the schools and teach. So we were teaching, I was teaching in one of the schools in Mumbai with other students all together. So we came off the bus and walking on the streets of Mumbai with clothes like this, white in color. And the young people of Mumbai in the year 1994 were laughing at us. And this clothes belonged to them. But they were laughing at our clothes. We had shaven head and we had our chulki and thing. That time I had a little bigger chulki. Now it fall out and thing a little bit, but the patch was more thick now. So they were laughing at us of how our heads were shaved. We had our tikka and we had our clothes, and walking to the schools, going to teach the children Vedanta and teach the children Vedic chanting. And those young people and youths of that time were laughing at us. Imagine. In 1994. But you know what? Even though I was a Westerner and I belonged to Trinidad and Tobago, I was so proud to lift my head and walk the streets of Mumbai, proud of who I was and what I represent and the culture I represented. My friends, our scriptures tells us that these demons means people who live with demonic qualities, people whose attitudes are negative, people who just are very unreasonable and they have no right judgment. Demons, they fall into the category of asuras. And who are the devatas, the ones who are calm and peaceful, the one who can rationalize, the one who can make right judgments, the one who is selfless and think about others and the well-being of others, those are devatas. The Divine Mother, Aditi and Diti, happen to give birth to these sets of divine forces and these sets of negative forces. Brothers and sisters, we also came into this world with similar tendencies. But last night when we spoke about being aware, of who you are and your reaction and the way you react to situational tendencies, it is very important to pay attention to you. If we pay attention to us, we can get rid of the demonic tendencies or the negative tendencies in us. But this don't happen just like that. It happens with the grace and the blessing of the Divine Mother. It is said, Teri sharan aaye, dekho hai Ambe Mata. Teri sharan aaye, dekho hai Ambe Mata. चारों दिशा से भक्ति आशा से भक्तों की पीड़ाएं, ओ माता तेरी शरण आए, देखो है अम्बे माता, तेरी शरण आए, देखो है अम्बे माता. जो कहे माँ वो सब सुनेंगे, दिन रात तेरी पूजा करेंगे. सुख हो या दुख हो हम सब कहेंगे, हल हाल तेरी भक्ति करेंगे. भक्तों की पीड़ा हरने वाली माँ, कोटि कोटि है प्रणाम. ओ माता तेरी शरण आई, देखो है अम्बे माता, तेरी शरण आई, देखो है अम्बे अंतर्यामी है तू, ज्ञानी है माँ. सुख देते दुख का हरण करो माँ, सब जन की अर्चन ग्रहण करो माँ. दुनिया की रक्षा करने वाली माँ, रोशन कहे तेरा नाम. ओ माता तेरी शरण आई, देखो है अम्बे माता. बोलो तेरी शरण आई, देखो है अम्बे माता. 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 Oh Ma, shower your mercy, shower your grace upon us, O Divine Mother. May we not become the victim of the demonic tendencies. May we never become the victim of the negativities, O Divine Mother. May there be positivities, and may the positive tendencies and qualities conquer the negative ones. We beg of you this night. तेरी शरण आए, देखो है अम्बे माता. शरण आई, देखो है अम्बे माता, तेरी शरण आई। चारों दिशा से भक्ति आशा से भक्तों की पीराए, चारों दिशा से भक्ति आशा से भक्तों की पीराए। ओ माता तेरी शरण आई, देखो है अम्बे माता, तेरी शरण आई, देखो है अम्बे माता, तेरी शरण आई, देखो है अम्बे माता, तेरी शरण। Oh mother, please let your grace and your mercy be upon me. Why? Because, please be very attentive, because these two, Asuras and Devatas, are within me. The Asuras and demons are within us. And one out of the two, let's just say Asuras and the demons. Asuras mean demons. And the Devatas, sorry. So the Devatas and the Asuras, they are within us, right? Now, please be very attentive. The company that we keep will invoke the Devatas or the Asuras in us that might be lying dormant. So, let's say I associate myself with Vasudev, Panaji, or I associate myself with Mama here, or I associate myself with Bisun, I associate myself with Bhaiya Amar. I am guaranteed sure that these are good people. Because I'm sure Bisun will not encourage me to do something that is not good. I am sure Pandit Vasudev will not encourage me to do something that is not good. I am sure Mama will not encourage me to do something that is not good. These people will help me to invoke the Devata-like qualities in me, the Devata's qualities in me, what you call the positive qualities in me. That's why it is said, always find yourself in the company of the good. Because in the company of good, or satsang as it is said, you are guaranteed that good things will be spoken of. And that's why when you go to satsang, boys, all you boys who in satsang every day, always, when you're in satsang, always talk good things. Because sometimes you go in satsang and talk bad things too, you know. You have to be careful. Sometimes you could come to the mandir and you're inside the mandir and talking bad things. Check back on yourself quickly. Hey, this is the wrong place to talk this thing. I'm going to go down by the road and talk it and come back. Isn't it? Wrong place and wrong company. I can't talk these bad things with these people. Don't even let the tongue slip. My Guruji Swami and Abhedanand ji, he always says, don't think about something bad even by mistake. And if you think it, don't say it. But even by mistake, don't let the tongue slip. So important is satsang. Now, we have to invoke the devatas in us, and we have to find the people who will help us to invoke those devatas in us. And when you find them, stay close to them. When you find those people who will help you invoke the devatas in you, stay very close to them. And just like that, Mama, you have the people who will also invoke the Asuras in you. Because the two powers are within us. And that's why, my friends, you see, everybody here tonight have a good side and everybody have a bad side. We have to let the bad side sleep. You have to let the bad side, which is the demonic side, sleep. And if you find the demonic side is becoming awakened, remember, you think in the Ramayana, when they say Kumkaran sleeping for 6 months, you think that's a story? Friends, I want to be practical. When you read the Ramayana, let us be logical, right? The Ramayana tells you Ravan had a brother. One name was Vibhishan and the other one name was Kumbhakarna. Ravan was the king, and it goes into the description of Ravan with 10 heads and very powerful and mighty. And then he had a next brother. He used to eat for 6 months and he used to sleep for 6 months. Who could sleep for 6 months? Let's be logical. You take all the sleeping pills in the world, after 10, 12 hours they get up. Isn't it? So don't interpret the Ramayana to be a storybook that doesn't know what it is talking about. Kumbhakarna sleeping for 6 months means that the demon Kumbhakarna is within us, but we have to keep him sleeping. Because if that fellow wake up, he's going to fight. And who would wake him up? Who would wake him up? Who Ravana sent to wake up Kumbhakarna? Huh? Hey, Amar? You all don't remember? You remember when the war was going on? Ravan told the demons, he said, hey, all go and wake up Kumbhakarna, we in trouble? And they gone with some drums and things. Demons wake up demons. Demons wakes up demons. So when you hear some people say, you get me vexed, or you get me mad, demons wakes up demons. And the reality is, that person just woke up the demon in you that was sleeping. That's why you see when some people get angry, they pelt stuff, they curse, they yell, they chumki, they patki, they don't talk to you for months, they swell up. Demons, overpower them. So every time they see you, them real vexed and they real angry, and they just can't help themselves. Poor thing. Those individuals can't help themselves. And that's why if you calm down, you put your hands together and just bend your head and pray for them. Because they need prayers. The demon needs prayers. The demon needs Hanuman to come in. The demon needs Hanuman to come into their lives and teach them a good fairy lesson. That's why Hanumanji, he said to Bhagwan Shri Ram, he said, Jad pinat bahu avagun more sevak prabhu hi para jani bhore. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. Sing everybody. Shri Ram Jaya Ram. This is the sweetness of satsang. See how everybody's singing? And the voice very soothing and sweet. Shri Hanumanji tells Shri Ram, Jai Ram Shri Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. Pinat bahu avagun more sevak प्रभु ही परै जनि भोरे बोलो श्री राम जय राम चौपाई tells नाथ जीव तव माया मोहा नाथ जीव तव माया मोहा सो निश्चय तुम्हारे ही छोहा बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय 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 जय राम Hanuman ji had to step into Lanka to fight the demons during that time of the war because my friends Kumbhakarna was sleeping. Friends, Kumbhakarna is sleeping in all of us. All of us. That's why some of us, we eat whole day. But that's good, isn't it? And we sleep whole night. But sometimes people eat whole day and whole night. Anyway, that's just supposed to be funny. You're not supposed to eat whole day and whole night. Kumbhakarna is sleeping inside of us. He is the demon that, sometimes the demons awaken. So next time you come into contact with a demon who try to wake you up, wake up the demon in you, please, don't wake up. Keep sleeping. Another thing, another very important point, and that is, sometimes we do a whole lot of good things. And then intentionally we do bad things. We do a whole lot of good things, no doubt. And we are loved for what we do. But then we just, a little bit of demon get invoked and we just cancel off all the good we do. We have to be careful of that also. And sometimes we go in satsang, we go into the mandir, we go into the religious institutions, we're doing a lot of good things, but then we get caught up and we cancel it off. So this chaupai, Hanumanji is telling the Lord here, he says, Lord, I have many, many faults and many limitations. It's in fact innumerable. But there's only one thing I ask of you. Sevaka Prabhuhi Parai Jani Bhore. Please look upon me as your beloved servant, and that is all. Let your servant serve you, my Lord, and please see me as your servant. See what Hanumanji is asking. And then in the next chaupai, he says, Prabhu, this is where I find myself in difficulties. Not knowing you, I am lost in this world. Nata jivatava maya moha. I have been influenced by the maya and the moha of this world. And so nishchay tumhari hi what you call shoha. Although through your grace I can be free, I have been lost in this Maya. Friends, although through the grace of the Lord, we all can keep that Kumbhakarna sleeping. We all can keep that, what you call, asuras, asleep in us. Yet, sometimes they get awakened. Trust me, my friends. Please, trust us tonight. When the demon, when the Kumbhakarna in us, and when the Mahishasur in us is awakened, they are waking up to fight. Nothing else. Can I ask you all a personal question? You don't have to answer. I just want you to think. Do you remember the last time Kumbhakarna wake up in you? Just think. When was the last time Kumbhakarna wake up? And when he woke up, how did you behave? Oh God, Baba, we really won't say that one. Okay, so when Kumbhakarna, I can tell you, when Kumbhakarna woke up in the Ramayana, he started to fight and roll on the ground and, crushing all the servants of Sri Ram. All the little monkeys and Vanaras and all those who were there close to him. And when they threw the weapons at him, he would just, a huge weapon like a javelin for the monkeys was like a matchstick for Kumbhakarna. So imagine the monkeys holding that javelin and and Kumbhakarna catch it like a matchstick. And throw it back at them. It's like that. For the demons, pain and suffering is nothing. You see, for the good people, pain is tremendous. So coming back to the Devi Puran, these sons of Aditi and Diti are within us, my friends. So I just referred to the Ramayana so that we all can, understand why the Ramayana spoke about Kumbhakarna sleeping for 6 months and waking up and eating for 6 months, that is. So this is the philosophy of it. But Kumbhakarna, and coming back to the Devi Bhagavatam, really Aditi and Diti gave birth to these two qualities, these two sets of sons that are within us, the demons as well as the Devatas. So they are all within us. And if they are in us, then we have to keep them awake. The Devatas. We have to keep the Devatas alive. The Devatas cannot fight to die. The Devatas, when they were threatened, in the very said Devi Bhagavatam, by the poison of the churning of the ocean, they had to remain alive. And Bhagwan Vishnu strategized with the Devatas. He used strategy to get rid of the demons and to save the Devatas. And that is why, friends, we all have to be our own strategists. We all have to practice strategy in our lives to survive. In spirituality, in peace, use strategy. Think in a strategic way of how to get yourself out of situation in a positive way as well. When the demons attack, they will attack, my friends, with full force. And I'll tell you something tonight. Be very attentive and remember. When the demons are fighting, they are fighting with heat and anger. And that will block their right thinking. And when the Devatas are fighting, they are also fighting. But they are fighting with love and devotion and honesty for a bigger cause, a positive cause. So their mind is clear. While the Devatas are fighting with their mind clear, the demons are fighting with their mind clouded with anger and greed. So naturally, the Devatas are going to win the demons. Fight if you must. You know the Karate Kid? You all know the movie Karate Kid? I think that movie was when? Huh? 2010? The latest one? Not the latest one, the one before that. Long time one. Yeah, the long time one. The Chinese teacher who was a martial art expert, he told the Karate Kid, he said, fight if you must, but win. Huh? That showed last night on TV. Jai Bhagwan. Mama says she see it last night in direct TV. They rerun tonight. Fight if you must, but win. But he said it in a very strategic way, you know. First he tell him, he said, after he went through months of training and fight and cuff and kick and all those things and finger and thing burst up the Karate Kid. Then the teacher told him, said, don't fight. But if you must, win. And the only way to win is with your mind calm and balanced. Friends, the demons and asuras came from the same universe, the same father, the same Shakti that is called Diti and Aditi. And both of them having different tendencies, like you and I. Remember, remember, remember tonight. The asuras and the devatas are within us. You decide which one you want to sleep, and you decide which one you want to keep awake. For this, we ask the Divine Mother to shower her grace upon us tonight through this final bhajan, as our time is now telling us to stop. It says, we dedicate this bhajan tonight to a very wonderful mother, Babuni Bidesi. We pray to the Divine Mother to bless her soul. Today made it 1 year since she left this world. Oh Devi Ma, please listen to our prayer tonight. And Ma, please protect her soul and bless her soul tonight. Tum vinti suno sabki, कल्याण करो जग का, तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का, सतराहत का करके उद्धार करो दुर्गा, उद्धार करो दुर्गा, तुम विनती सुनो सबकी। दर्शन हो माँ तेरे सबकी अभिलाषा है, मन में रहो तुम सबके, तुमसे यही आशा है। दर्शन तेरी सबकी अभिलाषा है, मन में रहो तुम सबके, तुमसे यही आशा है। क्या मेरा क्या उसका, ये अपना पराया क्या, सत ज्योति जला करके रोशन करो जग सारा, रोशन करो जग सारा। तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का। संसार तो माया है, कभी धूप कभी छाया है, एक दिन उसे जाना है जो भी यहाँ आया है। संसार तो माया है,
कभी डूब कभी जाया है, एक दिन से जाना है जो भी यहाँ आया है।
क्या रंग है जीवन का, क्या रूप है मानव का, तुम ज्ञान भरा करके उपकार करो दुर्गा, उपकार करो दुर्गा। तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का।
उद्धार करो दुर्गा, उद्धार करो दुर्गा।
तुम विनती सुनो सबकी। My friends, to keep the asuras sleeping within us, we need to keep the devatas awake. So keep the devatas awake by positive thoughts and positive lifestyle, by positivity. And in that way, let Kumbhakarna sleep. Don't wake he up at all. Let the demons sleep. In that way, we wouldn't have a war. In that way, we wouldn't have negativities. In that way, we remain peaceful on the side of Devi Ma, on the side of that which is divine and pure. So, with this message tonight, I conclude our discourse, and let me extend our sincerest thanks once again to the family of Shri Babuni Bidesi for sponsoring tonight's devotion here at this mandir. And my friends, remember, when you come to the mandir, this is your mandir. This is your community. This is your place of worship. And you know, even though there is an executive committee, you can come and fall in and do seva with love and with devotion. Just do things for the mandir and do things for your community, and don't look for even your name to be called. Tonight I ask Bhaiya Bisun for the names of the devotees of the mandir, you know, and I could see his face. He looked, why Baba? We really don't want our name to be mentioned, you know. But you know what? I wanted to mention these names because these are people who are very, my friends, pure in soul. To be living like this in this community and doing things like this for this community. Bhaiya, you all keep on doing these wonderful things. We are all very proud of you, and it is you all who are the real devatas in our communities and in our country. People like you all. God bless every one of you. And I know Kavita ji, she was here last night, eh? She recently had a baby also, but yet still very active and stuff in the mandir. Young people, God blessings to all of them. So friends, in this way, when we do things like these, we keep the devatas alive, in fact not alive, awake and awaken in us rather than the demons. Prem se boliye Jagadamba Devi Mata ki, Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. This time we'll have one bhajan from Karishma ji. And remember, my friends, we are also live tonight on Heritage Radio 101.7 FM. We'd like to express our sincerest thanks to Uncle Hans and his family, and of course the listening audience on Heritage Radio 101.7 FM. A couple people have been asking for requests or requesting through Facebook for links to share the page and the live stream. So I don't know if you could facilitate that Nirala, and also to Kavita and others, for those who are asking to share. In that way we have a wider audience and we have a what you call bigger listenership. So thank you very much.
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः दुर्गा दुर्गति दूर कर मंगल कर सब काज मन मंदिर उज्ज्वल करो कृपा करके आज ऐसा प्यार बहारी मैया ऐसा प्यार बहारी मैया चरणों से लग जाऊं मैं सब अंधकार मिटारे मैया दर्श तेरा कर पाऊं मैं ऐसा प्यार बहारी मैया जग में आकर जग को मैया अभी तक ना पहचान सका अभी तक ना पहचान सका क्यों आया हूँ क्यों आया हूँ क्यों आया हूँ काहे जाना ये भी ना मैं जान सका ये भी ना मैं जान सका तू है अगम अगोचर मैया तू है अगम अगोचर मैया कहूँ कैसे लग पाऊँ मैं ऐसा प्यार बहारे मैया ऐसा प्यार बहारे मैया कर कृपा जगदम्ब भवानी मैं बालक नादान हूँ मैं बालक नादान हूँ नहीं आराधन जब तब जानू मैं अवगुण की खान हूँ मैं अवगुण की खान हूँ तीसा वरदानी मैया तीसा वरदानी मैया सुमिरन तेरा पाऊं मैं ऐसा प्यार बहारी मैया ऐसा प्यार बहारी मैया चरणों से लग जाऊं मैं सब अंधकार मिटारे मैया दर्श तेरा कर पाऊं मैं ऐसा प्यार बहारे मैया ऐसा प्यार बा, ऐसा प्यार बा, ऐसा प्यार बहारी मैया।
प्रेम से बोले जगदम्बा माता की जय. Tonight, as we conclude, we extend our sincerest thanks to everybody who have come for making the sacrifice to be here tonight. And there is a nice, beautiful bookmark with some prayer to the Divine Mother on behalf of the family of Shri Babuni Bidesi. They'll be giving this out to everybody as a gift tonight, as a token of their love and blessings. And we all would, of course, offer a prayer for the departed Mother. Let's all stand for our final arti and our closing prayer. Tonight we dedicate the arti to some really wonderful people in Florida, in New York. Someone by the name of Srimati Kumari, who is not very well, and I dedicate this prayer in the form of the arti to her. I also dedicate this prayer to a very wonderful person by the name of Bhaiya Kumar and his wonderful Dharmapatni in New York. Sali Didi, we dedicate this prayer to you, that you can also brighten the paths of your life as Bhaiya ji be healed. I dedicate this prayer also to a wonderful child who is very young but is going through a lot health-wise. I dedicate this prayer to Nirad. May Durga Mata protect and bless you and your beautiful family. Suno meri Devi Parvat Vasini, Tera palan paya, Tera palan paya. सुन मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया माँ, तेरा पालन पाया।
देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया, तेरा पालन पाया।
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल,
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल,
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल,
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल।
ले तेरे भेंट चढ़ाया माँ,
ले तेरे भेंट चढ़ाया।
सुन मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया।
तेरा पालन पाया।
सुवाचोल तेरे अंग विराजे,
सुवाचोल तेरे अंग विराजे,
सुवाचोल तेरे अंग विराजे,
सुवाचोल तेरे अंग विराजे।
केसर तिलक लगाया माँ, केसर तिलक लगाया। सुन मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया।
तेरा पालन पाया।
ब्रह्मा वेद परे तेरे द्वारे,
ब्रह्मा वेद परे तेरे द्वारे,
ब्रह्मा वेद परे तेरे द्वारे।
ब्रह्मा वेद परे तेरे द्वारे।
शंकर ध्यान लगाया,
शंकर ध्यान लगाया।
सुन मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया।
तेरा पालन पाया।
पर्वत बांध्यो दीवाना, ऊंचे पर्वत बांध्यो दीवाना, नीचे शहर बसाया। सुन मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया। धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती, ओ धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती, मोहन भोग लगाया। मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया। दुर्गे दुर्गे जय जय माँ। दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ। ओ दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ। दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ।
दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ।
दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ।
दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ।
ओ दुर्गे जय जय माँ। ओ दुर्गे जय जय माँ। ओ दुर्गे जय जय माँ। ओ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण मही महिषाः। गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम्। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः। पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी। देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः। ब्राह्मण आसन्तु निर्भयाः। ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु। सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु। सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु। सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः। सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः। सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु। मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय। तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय। मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव।
त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव।
त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव।
त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा।
त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। शिव हरे शिव राम सखी प्रभो। त्रिविधतापनिवारण हे विभो। अज जनेश्वरया दव पाहि माम्। शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम्। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ ओम श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु। प्रेम से बोले वृंदावन विहारी लाल की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। नौ दुर्गा माता की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। हर हर नमः पार्वती पते, हर हर महादेव। प्रेम से बोलिए सत्य सनातन धर्म की। कॉटन मेंडेज मंदिर की जय। फूड की जय जय सीताराम। Please have your seats as you receive your arti, your panchamrit, your prasadam. Meals are provided for one and all with lots of love. Let's chant the Bhojan mantra. Om Brahmarpanam Brahma Vihi Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaivate Nagantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina अहम वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापान समायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्. Bhojan mantra, so we all can enjoy our dinner.